to another edition of Midweek Moment with the Crenshaws. I am Sanchez Crenshaw, and as always, I am joined by the most wonderful, chocolatey, sexily, curvaceous little person that I know.
What's going on, family? What is going on? I am Angela Crenshaw, guys. What
That's
is
my
going
wife,
on?
family.
What's going on?
That's my wife,
What's
family.
going on, Sanchez?
Nothing much, babe. What's going on with you?
Nothing much.
As I was describing your wonderfulness, why did you look at me that way?
I just looked at you. I ain't say nothing. I'm just looking.
I know, but you kind of gave me...
Nope. Just looking. It's Wednesday.
It is. I'm just saying, though.
It's Wednesday. It is Wednesday.
But I was talking about you in such a wonderful way. What happened?
Yeah, I didn't know if you was going to add in the whole height thing, and I was being prepared. But I'm prepared now. I'm okay.
Yeah, the little person.
I'm okay. We're not going to do this today.
I'm just saying.
So what's happening? It's Wednesday. What's up?
It is Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. I think it is. I think if I looked on the calendar, it'd tell me it is. My biological calendar, I have no idea what day it is.
It could be Blur's Day for most people.
Yeah, because I can't tell. I can't tell you the date. I don't know if I can tell you the time. I can't tell you nothing right now.
It's kind of connecting together.
It's all connected.
It's connected together.
So, family, just want to take a moment to thank you for listening to us today. Thank you for being a part of our journey.
Yes.
For our new family members, welcome.
Welcome, guys. Welcome.
However you're listening to us, whether it's through iTunes, whether it's through Podbean, whether it's on Spotify, or whether it's through Google Play, we just thank you for being a part of what we're doing.
See, we're growing.
We are growing.
That's four things you can get us on, so don't act like you can't find us, y'all. There
will be a fifth that we will announce shortly, but there will be 5 different ways that you will be able to listen to us.
Come on and find us. Come on in the room,
which is a beautiful
people.
thing. So we consider ourselves an interactive podcast.
We are.
And what that means is that you can find us on the socials. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Instagram.
Go ahead.
You can find us on Facebook, all in the Crenshaw Corner.
Yes.
And then also we have an email address of thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com.
I like the.
You like the?
I like the.
thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com.
Yeah.
We love hearing from you. So, yeah, come talk to us.
Come on, talk to us. Talk to us.
What's going on, babe? What's on your mind today?
I don't have a lot on my mind. I think people have a lot. You see me scratching my head, Lord, y'all help me. I think a lot of people have things on their mind. So we've been asked. So this is like a premarital seminar. Now, did we say this was a midweek moment?
This is a midweek moment, so it's going to be a really brief premarital seminar.
Did you say it previously?
I did. I said, welcome to another edition of Midweek Moment with the Crenshaws.
So where was I?
I thought you were sitting right there beside me.
All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm back.
Yeah,
I'm back.
I kind of said that in the opening.
I'm back. Okay, so this is kind of like a premarital
appetizer.
Yeah.
It's a bite size. It's not going to be a full meal. So it's going to be like a bite size.
A bite size. And the reason why is because people been asking us, y'all been married 20 years, especially people who are about to get married.
Yes.
Like, God, you've been married 20 years. And this is, I thought we touched on this before, but maybe we didn't. So I just figured we just touch on it again.
That works for me.
Most people were asking us, hey, what was the reality to marriage versus, you about to unpack it before I can finish my sentence?
Yeah, because I normally do the unpacking, and then until you take over, then you kind of be the aggressive self that you are, and you kind of step on my shine. But that's okay. I'm kind of used to that.
Okay, go ahead, unpack it. I mean, I was just saying what... I ain't know about your shine, but go ahead. Shine on, bro. Shine on.
You kind of do
shine
on.
Shine.
Okay.
I'm closing my eyes. I'm not even going to say nothing, y'all.
Wow.
Go ahead.
All right, so in the age that we live in, there's always...
The who?
The age.
Oh, I thought you said the aid.
Why would I say the age?
I don't know. That's why I was asking you what you said.
No, the age.
Okay, the age that we live in. Go ahead. All right. Go ahead.
In reference to time.
The age that we live in.
The age that we live in.
Come on, somebody.
There's 2 things that we're always looking at.
Okay.
We're always looking at expectations, and then we're always looking at the reality of the situation. Mm-hmm. I think social media has taught us that well, especially with Instagram. There's always the expectation of life of what it's supposed to look like compared to what the reality of life really looks like. Mm-hmm. Now, what happens is that to bring that to marriage and to bring that to kind of a premarital situation, everybody goes into a situation with their own expectations of what it's going to be.
Okay.
You know, because when I think of my marriage, I don't think about the other person. Mm-hmm. I think about me. I think about what I want. I think about...
You in general or the people?
The people.
Okay, because I'm like, well, when did you... Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Are you trying to unpack again?
Yeah, I'm unpacking. I wasn't finished
it was like suspense and drama?
Wow.
I'm just saying, I didn't know what.
Are you on my side?
I am on your side.
Are we on the same team?
We're on the same team, but I just wanted to make sure that I understood where. Okay, go ahead. Expectation, drama. Yes.
I don't know if I said anything about drama.
I brought in the drama part, but go ahead.
Yeah, but so we all, because what happens is as kids or when we first start thinking about marriage or first start thinking about a family, because we have no idea who we're actually going to marry. Okay. So we build this person in our mind. And we build the person centered around what we want. Not what we need, but what we want. Because 9 times out of 10, what you need and what you want is two different things.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is basically the idea of marriage and the reality of marriage.
Exactly.
So that's what.
Since you want to do the Message Bible version of what I was saying.
Just saying.
But yeah, I like my version of what I was saying.
Okay, well, you was in the New King James Version, and I just was trying to figure out how, the these and the thous. So we talking about the reality of marriage and the what of marriage, since you said I took you out of your cheat.
It's actually go back to, it's the expectation of marriage. And then it's the reality of marriage. So in layman's terms, it's the theory of marriage, and then it's the actual practical application of marriage. Yeah, because it's two totally different things.
But I like the word idea of marriage and the reality of marriage too, because people have an idea of what marriage is, but the reality is totally different sometimes. Not all. It's not like oh my God, this is 1,000 times worse or 1,000 times better, but it's
different.
It's different.
So let's talk about some of the things. So let's talk about the big one first.
What's the big one?
Because we a lot of the times, and maybe it's just me, so I'm gonna talk from a guy aspect. We go into thinking, oh man, so I'm getting married now. I'm living with this person now. I get to have sex all the time. So now it's just free. It's legal now. I ain't being condemned for it.
Right.
I get to have sex all the time.
That's the idea.
That's the idea. But let's
talk reality.
But let's talk about the reality.
The reality. That ain't it. Because it's so much more. So much more. There's so many things in the middle of all of that.
Right.
In the middle, because life happens, and I think for us, people will laugh because we would say schedule it, and then they would make fun of us. Like, who schedules sex? People who busy. People
who want it.
People who got a life. People who got things to do. People gonna come home and be tired. So for the people who are not married yet, that was one of the big things that they asked was, "Hey, how do you rearrange sex?" And I guess guys asking you, they gonna get sex all the time?
Well, because that's
what the world.
Because that's what you think, though.
Oh, that's the idea.
That's the idea. That's the expectation. Because let's be honest, and okay, yes, we're Christians, but we're realistic. In most situations, people are not waiting anymore.
Okay.
So they're already in that phase of
not everybody. So don't email us, guys. Do not email me about this.
Yeah, I mean, there are still some people out there who are still waiting, and it's a beautiful thing. And there's still some people out there who are saying, you know what, the first person that touches me has to be my husband or my wife. And that's a beautiful thing.
It's beautiful. All of it's beautiful.
Yeah, but in the reality of it, there's the flip side of that coin where there's a lot of people out there who said, I don't want to wait to marriage. And so they're already engaged in that point of their relationship. And they're constantly engaged in that point of the relationship. And then so they're thinking, okay, if we're like this fiance, boyfriend, girlfriend, then when we get married, it's just going to intensify. Not realizing that so much more is added to that relationship once you say I do.
But as you were saying that, though, that made me think. So I'm on the other side of the road right this second. That makes me think that sex has to be worked at. And I'm going to say why. Because that makes me kind of sad.
Tell me why.
That if you were that intensified and that like, yeah, baby. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The moment you get married, it shouldn't change, right?
It shouldn't.
No, I'm just saying, but it makes it. That's why a lot of people don't want to be married because we say stuff like that. Like the moment you get married, it shouldn't change, but sex is going to change. And I think that's why a lot of people, young people, don't want to be married. Like, well, dang, But so kind of makes me kind of sad too. Like married people, why is sex changing?
Right.
Like, why aren't we still having it as vigorous? What? we're gonna stay right here for a minute because I'm a little because I'm trying to and we've experienced that, so it's not like we're being hypocritical because we have experienced that. But the moment that you said it, I almost teared up, like, because if you were doing it so well before you got married, the exchange of vows, the condition between you and God should have intensified it, not changed it to a drastic measure where you're not doing it at all.
Yeah, but
so. I'm just trying. That made me sad, even for myself.
Right.
I'm being honest.
And it's because at that point in time, once you say I do, there's so many. And once again, not saying it's right or wrong, but just the reality of it. There's so much that comes into play now. Now there's so much responsibility that's into play now. Now there's so much weight that comes to it now. Mm-hmm. Because boyfriend, girlfriend, that's cute. You're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend, you're my fiance, that's cute. Mm-hmm. But it's a whole different weight once you say husband. Mm-hmm. It's a whole different weight once you say wife. Because at that point, when you say husband, the biblical aspect of it now kicks in. And now you're not only a husband, but now you're a covering. Now you're responsible for everything that goes on in that house. Now you're held accountable for everything that goes on in that house. And that's a totally different weight.
Okay, I get that. I got it. But again, hearing you say it, and this is again, guys, most people who listen know that we do not ever talk about anything. We just go for it.
Right.
That, again, as of being married for 20 years makes me sad. Because still, I understand the weight. I understand and I'm the husband. I understand the wife. And I get all of those things. But still, I don't feel like the passion should die. Okay. I don't feel like, and again, this is me being quite hypocritical because
that was my next question. No, because I was about to ask you. So
yeah, I'm being quite hypocritical, but but we said premarital, and these are the questions that people are asking, and the reason why people don't want to get married, especially when it comes to having sex, is because the goal, even on TV, honestly, on television, men's sessions, anything that you see on social media, it's like the moment you get married, sex dies.
So why did it change for you?
You know what it was? I didn't make it a priority. I mean, everything. It should have never changed. Right. It should have never changed. I should have made it a priority for us. Just as much as we were doing it before, we should have still been doing it just as much. And I understand. And even those times, we still had life. We still had children. We still had a job. We still had to live. But we should have made it a priority. And I think that once people get married, they put the children and all those things that you said as a priority versus a togetherness. I'm not saying every night. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. But what I am saying is hypocritically, I'm speaking because I'm a hypocrite on this because I've done this. It shouldn't be months and weeks. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's much deeper than that because it just makes me sad. Seriously. And I know I've talked to wives and you've talked to husbands about this same exact thing, but I think the scheduling in because it is important, right? So as I'm going through all the reasons why we've not, just being transparent, maybe go weeks or whatever without, is just when we sit down with the real
years.
That's not be months and years.
Decade.
Don't listen to nothing he says, people.
Quarter of a century.
Cut it out. But what I am But what I am saying is it does make me sad. And if I was listening to you right now, I don't know if I would want to be married if I've been getting my thing on frequently, like a frequent miles. And then one day,
frequent miles,
seriously, frequent flyer card, frequent flyer card. I'm just being honest. I'm just on the flip side of it all.
Right.
Not talking from a married woman standpoint. And yes, we are Christians, but we're gonna get real with it. And I don't think I would want to get married at that point. If I talk to married women and married men and that's what they said. And not that sexual contact is everything in a marriage, but I'm saying though, as you said it, I feel real sad. Okay. Seriously, honest to God.
So here's the thing though. So let's fix it then. Because once again, that is a reality of some marriages. And
again, hypocritical. I'm being hypocritical, but I'm on the other side because we have been those people.
So let's fix it then. So now we've given them the problem. and anyone who knows the Crenshaws knows.
We solution people.
We're not problem people. We're solution people. That's why most people call us, because they're looking for a solution to an issue.
I don't know if we're giving y'all all the right answers.
Hey, we must be doing something right, because they keep coming back.
Bless your heart. Bless your heart.
So, we're staying in this one for a moment, because there's so many others, but we're staying in this one for a moment.
We'll come back to the questions premarital, but this one right here, we're going to stay right here for a few minutes. We're going to stay here a moment.
So here's my question then. So if that's the problem, if the sex life changes, life intervenes, for lack of a better term, the passion is not quite there like it was. So if that's the problem, what's the solution?
The solution is making time for it. Even if you got to pencil or schedule it in. Or sometimes, not all the time, there needs to be some spontaneity where you're not penciling, scheduling, and you just do. I think, and again, we understand we have 4 kids. They're out. We're empty nesters now. Look at the Lord. Yeah. We're empty nesters, baby. But anyway, but still in all, I think even if you're not finding ways, even if it's quickies, even if it's in the closet, in the bathroom, when the kids take a nap, but it should be something, there still should be some passion. It shouldn't just be so lackluster. And again, it's that, guys, what we're not saying is this is the only thing. We're just talking about this one thing because it was a real question. Yeah. And so we thought we were going to answer a couple of those questions, but we're not. We're going to stay right on this question. So I think that's a solution. That's the help. I think that brings in something. I think finding ways individually to not be so stressed, because a lot of times married women it's like, I'm so busy, I'm so stressed, and I'm so tired. So I think so too. What do you do to untire yourself? What do you do to get yourself in the mood so you can feel attractive and feel good to do it? Hypocrite, I've been there before. And also, what do you do, to make that time? Right. And I think also when it comes to that, and I've talked to many married women about this too, and actually just recently, so this is weird we're having this conversation, but it's a mindset. That tiredness is a mindset. I'm exhausted is a mindset. I'm not saying you're not tired and you're not exhausted, but what I am saying is there's ways to give that 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Now you're like, gosh, oh my God. If all you got is 15 minutes, people, give the 15 minutes. Anybody got time for 2 and 3 hours? But anyway, that's just my personal opinion. We ain't got time for that. All right? Because some people just don't have time for that, babe. And so what's your solution? Because I can rattle on about this and the mindset and the thought process, but from a male perspective, and people say, oh, but guys always ready. Not all the time.
No, sometimes we want to be left alone too.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just want to be held.
Right.
Sometimes we just want to be held. We just want to cuddle.
Just the way you say.
What? I'm just saying.
Some guys want to be what?
Sometimes we just want to be held.
And what?
And cuddled.
And cuddled. I haven't really had a lot of those moments with you, but I'm just saying.
No, but I think, coming from a male point of view.
Please do.
For me, it's a change of mindset. It's.
I think so, babe.
Yeah, and when I say that, it's not just trying to get yours.
Yeah.
Because it's different now. Because of the responsibility, because the husband has responsibility, but the wife has new responsibilities as well.
Yeah.
So in understanding that her mental ties into her physical.
Yes, it does.
So if her mental is unbalanced, and I don't mean she's crazy. That's not what I mean.
Okay, I'm about to ask you that.
No, I'm not saying she's crazy. I'm not saying she needs a straitjacket and feed her with a slingshot with some applesauce. That's not what I'm talking about at all.
I'm so mad right now.
But what I'm talking about is if she's worried about something.
Okay.
If she is unsure about something. If she's unsure about something you're doing or something you're not doing, I'm not talking about cheating or anything like that, but because it ties in so much with security. So if you're not helping out around the house, if you're old school and feel like all you're supposed to do is work and you're not supposed to contribute anything else to the household, if you see the dishes in the sink and you leave them for her,
right?
If you see the laundry needs to be done and you leave it for her,
come on, somebody,
understand that ties into your sex life.
And guys, if we haven't come into your room and touch your toes, we coming. He coming. Yeah, that's the truth.
So yeah, that ties into your sex life. If you only talk to her when you want sex, if you only touch her when you want sex.
Yeah, come on, somebody.
That ties, because that's not what you did before.
Right.
And I think what happens a lot of the times with that is that what...
Talking about the guys.
Yeah, I'm talking about the guys.
Come on. Y'all gonna be mad at him today. Y'all gonna be mad at him today.
Right now I'm talking to my fellas.
Yeah.
So because what happened was, and right now I'm talking to premarital and marital at this moment in time. We're gonna kind of tie them in together. Because what happens is that we forget what we did to get her is the same thing we have to do to keep her.
Right.
Because when you first wanted sex from her, you went all out for it.
Yeah.
You know, you caressed her face, you took her out, you bought her flowers. You know, you did things to show her that she was valuable to be able to give herself to you. Now that you have her, now you're not doing any of that stuff anymore.
So before I gotta see that's what I wanted to touch. So do you think that is that what we always talk about, the taking for granted?
Yeah.
She's here.
She's mine now.
She got my
last name. It's not that easy to get rid of me now.
Right. So
now you got to you got to sign some papers and stuff. Right. You got to go talk to a person
some
in a
people
row.
involved.
Yeah, you know.
So now do you feel, because when you say that, I feel like that taken for granted, is that what you're saying? Or like, are you... But maybe not even taken for granted, but not understanding. Yeah, no, I like it.
Yeah.
Taken for granted.
It's taken for granted. Not to piggyback on what you just said, not understanding that certain things you did, you have to continue. One of the things you've always said to me, and it's old school, is don't start anything you're not going to finish.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, and gentlemen, women have long memories.
Yes, we elephants, man. We remember it all.
Yes, they have. They remember what you did to ask them out on their first date. They remember what you said. They remember how you acted. They remember what you did. They remember these things.
We do, because I remember.
Yeah, so now, all of a sudden, because you gave her your last name, you feel like you don't have to do these things anymore.
Yeah.
And she's saying, hold on, what happened?
Yeah, what happened?
How did we get here?
Right.
Because this is not how we started.
Yeah.
So I think one of the expectations versus reality is the expectation from, and if I'm talking out of turn, correct me, the expectation from a woman's standpoint is you did certain things for me.
Yeah.
And now the reality is you don't even think of those things anymore.
Right. And I don't, you know what? And I'm gonna help the guys.
Okay.
Talk to my ladies. Here's the thing too. While you were saying, I was thinking about that too. Get out the mindset that the majority. Okay, from my perspective, I'll just talk about me.
Okay.
And women as well. If you agree, when Sanchez would touch me, I wouldn't give him too much because I felt like, I'm tired, and that's going to lead into something that I don't want. It's going to lead into sex, and I don't want. So if he would come hug me at the dishes, I'd be like, don't do too much, girl, because he going to want to have sex. And sometimes we have to get out of that mindset that, like you said earlier, he just might want to hug or he just might want to cuddle. So when you gave him that halfway hug or halfway that cold shoulder, that shut him down in his affection area, not the sexual area, because I think the affection area, because I think it's mental too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, am I speaking out of turn or
no, because to kind of go behind the veil a little bit, we've had this conversation where, because to be honest, I'm a little less affectionate now than I was.
Yeah, you are.
In the earlier part of our relationship is because you shut me down, for lack of a better term, so much where I would come try to hug you or come try to kiss on you, and generally only wanted to kiss or you or hug you. I wasn't looking for it to lead anywhere,
right?
But your mind was somewhere else, or you were so busy trying to get out of something that you thought was going to happen.
Exactly.
And so I stopped.
Yeah, because I thought like, okay, he about to get started on something, and right now I got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And also, ladies, we have to stop being so preoccupied. Some of you guys gonna be mad at me. It's okay. I love you. So preoccupied with all the chores of the house and everything. I think that's what a schedule does. A schedule, what it does is get your mind right, ladies. You know it's Tuesday. It's something that we use in our group. But anyway, you know it's Tuesday. So you know today's Tuesday that it's gonna happen. So get your mind right, get your body and your spirit right. It may sound like, oh my God, that's so corny. You schedule everything else. You schedule a manicure, a pedicure, get your hair done. So why not? So why not that? And then those 2 days, it could be 2 days out the week.
Yeah.
And then one day be spontaneous in the closet, bathroom. I don't know, people. But I just don't want to hear that it makes me sad that single people who are not waiting is having more passion and having more sex than married people. I just blows my mind. And there's some people, wait, before you cut me.
I'm sorry.
That's having a good time.
Yeah.
That's knocking it out the park. You know, that's doing their thing. But there's so many from what we've heard that are not. And I think that's where we have to change our mind and change how we feel about ourselves. A lot of times I think as women, we don't want to. It has nothing to do with you, husband, right, but it has a lot to do with me and my mindset and how attractive I think I feel or how sexy I think I look. And of course, you guys are going to say, babe, you look good, you're beautiful, you sexy to me. And that's good. And I appreciate that. But if I don't feel it and I don't think it, you're not going to get the best of me.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm going to step in just for the ladies just for a moment.
And I'm a hand mover. Y'all see I'm from Brooklyn. I throw my hands a lot. But go ahead.
But here's the thing. Also, guys, understand that it's not just up to the woman for the household duties. Mm-hmm. That's such an antiquated way of thinking. It's such a caveman way of thinking that my only duty is to work. Mm-hmm. That I don't have to contribute to the household. I don't have to wash a dish. I don't have to clean a bathroom. Mm-hmm. I don't have to vacuum. I don't have to dust. So you want her to do all these things and still be your sex slave.
I had a rhyme when you said that too.
What?
I was like, free her time, you free her mind, guys, and then you free. You know what I'm saying? I really think.
For real, Zuki?
I'm just saying. No, when you were saying, I was thinking you. I'm just saying, babe. Wow. I was thinking what you said is so true because I've talked to we talk to a lot of married couples, guys. So we're just not out here talking. But most women, if you free her time up for her and help her free her time, it frees her mind, it relaxes her, it gets her settled. She has more time to give to you.
Yeah, because I'm talking to, and right now I'm going back to my premarital gentleman. Do the dishes, fold some laundry, and if you don't know how, sit down with her, have that conversation, and be honest with her. Say, babe, I never really had to do this.
Right.
My mom or whoever, my dad or whoever took care of this stuff for me. I never really had to do this.
But go ahead.
So, show me how you like the dishes done.
Right.
Show me how you like the laundry folded.
Right.
Show me how you like things done. And what that does two things. It shows her that you are willing.
Yeah.
It shows her, you're willing to learn from her, which as a married man, you should always be willing to learn from your wife.
Right.
Because if I don't tell married men anything else, here's my one piece of advice, and I tell this to everybody.
Give it to them.
Be teachable.
Yeah, be teachable.
Be teachable.
Ladies, be teachable too, though.
Be teachable from your spouse. Be teachable. Just be teachable. And even parents, be teachable from your kids. Because whether you realize it or not, I don't care how old your kid is, your kid has something to teach you.
Yeah.
But that's
you
a totally
always
different.
Learn.
That's a totally different conversation.
We'll put a pin in it.
Yeah, but back to my premarital gentleman. Understand that it's not just her job to take care of the house. But once again, that's another expectation versus reality. The expectation is, as a wife, these are your duties. You're supposed to do all the cooking. You're supposed to do the cleaning. Once we have kids, you're supposed to be the primary caretaker for the kids. You're supposed to take care of,
all these things.
All these things that as men, we get stuck in our mind that our wife is supposed to do. And then in reality, you get an Angela who said, nah, dog, you going to help me with this.
Yes, sir.
I'm not the only one messing up things around here.
And what works for us when it comes to that, and we'll talk about that another time as far as that, but what works for us is 1 week is his, 1 week is mine.
Yeah, we have a schedule for that.
We have a schedule for that.
We take it back to like when we was kids,
Put a chore chart.
Put a chore chart. One day my brother had to clean the bathroom one weekend, and next weekend was my turn to clean the bathroom.
And that's what we do. So here's another thing for me, for the married ladies, because I know, and again, this will help the married ladies, but then this will also, for you premarital who are going into being married, need to think about two ladies when it comes to sex as well. I don't think that he should be the only one initiating it.
Oh, say that again for the people in the back.
I don't think, ladies, that the men should be the only ones initiating it. I think that you guys have got to get yourself together, and I think you got to initiate it too, so that they feel loved and they feel wanted. Because I think too, like what you were saying earlier, babe, was that the fact of the matter that you just want to be held and cuddled too. Yeah. But there are times that not only does he want to be held and cuddled, but he also wants to feel good and sexy himself.
I want to feel pretty.
You want to feel what?
I want to feel pretty.
pretty is what is that the word?
Yeah, I want to feel pretty.
Pretty is what the word you want to use.
That's the word I'm gonna use.
Okay, we're gonna stick with pretty.
I am 6'4", 290. Somebody tell me I can't say I want to feel pretty.
He wants to feel pretty, y'all.
Who gonna check me?
Who gonna check you, boo? But no, for real. But no, for real, just think about that. Initiating as well, guys. I think, ladies, we need to start initiating a little bit more. And that's a challenge for us because that's newfangled. Well, not for all ladies. My God, y'all bad. Write a book about it. But for some that are challenged in that area, slowly but surely, you need to initiate it because I want premarital couples who are about to get married not have this conversation with us no more. I want them to be excited about getting married and know just because they got married, jumped the broom, got the paper in front of the Lord and everybody else, it's still going to be good. And the older you get, it should get even better. So I'm just saying, better and better. The more kids leave, the more less things, it should get better and better. You know, I hear all the time, well, once the kids leave, I have more kids. I'm like, what do you mean? But once the kids leave, now my parents are older. We're taking care of them. Right. Things have changed. And I got that too. So I'm not saying that. But there needs to be some time for you and your husband as well. So I don't know if we helped anybody today.
Today, I don't know.
That's our favorite line.
That's where we go to.
But we out here. We out here.
Yeah, before we close out. So what's your final thought?
My final thought is sex in marriage is amazing. It's great. Women, I would like for you to initiate more, and I would like you guys to cuddle more and let him put his head on you. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to lead to that because I think, to be honest, the making love and the having sex starts way before the actual act. Yeah. Just remember that, fellas. It starts way before the actual act. So, yeah, that's my thought.
My final thought is going to be have the conversation. I think where a lot of couples go wrong is that they don't have real enough conversations in the beginning. Mm-hmm. So sit down. Once you decide that this is the person that you want to marry, that this is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, sit down and have an honest conversation as far as what is your expectations? Yeah. What do you expect out of the marriage? What do you expect out of the person? And have those honest conversations up front so your expectations can become your reality.
Yeah, and I think piggyback off of that, but I still like the whole idea. All your life, I think that's a great conversation. All your life, what has been your idea of marriage? Because I think that's going to go back to family. Their idea of marriage normally comes from what they've seen. Right. So I think it would be wonderful for you to also have, God, not only the expectation for marriage, but what has been your idea of what marriage is. And I think that would be phenomenal to have as a conversation as well. Yeah, it would. Yeah. All right now.
So family, we thank you. We thank you for being a part of this.
Y'all mad at us about some guys and ladies are mad at us, right? Guys and ladies. Guys and dogs.
Guys and dogs.
Guys and dogs.
Look, be a lady tonight.
Anyway. Yes, but go ahead.
Anyway, so family, thank you. Once again, we are Interactive Podcast.
We are.
We're on the socials. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook.
Yes, we are.
All under Crenshaw Corner. We have an email address.
Come on.
The Crenshaw Corner.
I like when you say that.
At gmail.com.
Say the again.
Once again, the Crenshaw Corner. At gmail.com.
Yes.
You can find us on iTunes,
Podbean,
Spotify, Google Play, and family. Welcome to our journey.
We love you guys. Bye.